Today, we're gonna try to recreate Animal Crossing in The Sims 4, and we are gonna start it all off with recreating the Nook's Cranny. And I think actually I'm gonna go into my Animal Crossing save file and see how it looks like. So let's go and do that. Oh, there's a visitor at the campsite. Oh my gosh, Isabel, you gotta wrap this up soon. Ignore my town, ignore my island. But how is it looking? The Nook's Cranny. I see. Blue roof, yellow walls. Can I take a screenshot of this? I did it. Oh, I'm a master. How does it look from the inside? Is this cute? This is cute. It's been a long time since I played Animal Crossing, okay? We got this tile flooring, some wooden flooring, with a closet over there, a little staircase, a platform, got some shenanigans on the wall. I see. There's also a hidden room back there. Okay. I'm not gonna buy anything though. I'll see you later. Can we see how it looks from behind? Okay, so there's not really much from behind. We got a bucket and a window. What about this side? A window. I see. Let's see who's at the campsite. I know that this video is not about Animal Crossing, the game, per se, but I want to see who's at the campsite. I know my town is not finished yet. Or the island, I mean. Gosh darn. It's not finished yet. I played this game for many years and the island is not finished yet. But who's at the campsite? Oh, we got you. Who are you? Kind of cute. Portia. All right, I'll see you around, Portia. Or maybe not. Probably not. I'm never going to see her again. And let's start the building of this Nook Cranny. Okay, so the difficult part about this is the size. Because the inside is obviously a lot bigger than the outside. And that's the same with any other game. It's always bigger on the inside than on the outside. But alright, so let's start with a little box. That was maybe too big, but it's a start. And then we need to put in a door. And they have a red door, a red double door with some windows. So can we perhaps find that? I know the base game has one of them doors, don't they? Yes, they do. Do they have that in red? If they don't, I'm gonna be so mad. Oh yes, they do. Good, that's a great old start. Now for the windows. And this is when the problem begins. Yeah, so the windows in the image, whoa, they are kind of wide, so maybe like 2 tiles wide, but they don't reach all the way down to the floor. And the Sims have that shenanigan. You have this situation, but that's too big. What about this? Maybe if we're in a crisis, we can use that one. What about get to work? Oh, they have this situation. Again, that could maybe work. You have this, but that's not a window. Okay, you know what? Let's try with those windows for now, because they are 2 tiles wide, and they are pretty close to the door. But I think I'm gonna go like that, just so we can have a little bit more space on the inside. Sorta. And the windows are taller than the door, but I think we can hide that up with the awnings that they also had on the building. And they had some red and yellow awnings. Do we have a red and yellow awning? Surely do. Oh, okay, we do. Look at that. Hiding up the windows. Now it looks like the same height, doesn't it? Please, it does. It does. And then for the inside, I just need to make sure that the inside actually works for what we have. And for the inside, there's like 2 sections or 3. There is the platform section. So what if we start off with something like so? And there's a platform on the platform. Kind of shenanigan deal going on, all right? So that is the blue section, and that is the wooden section. And then we need a staircase. Whoa! I'm just putting in random furniture for right now. Oh, that can't work. Okay. So that platform needs to be 1 tile. It looks like it's 2 tiles, but it has to be 1 tile because of how the game works. And otherwise, the staircase is going to be right into that wall, and that can't be happening. Right, we got that section, and then it looks like there is a wall over there. That might be the storage room, and then there is some sort of table and a closet situation, and then they have the cash register area over there, and then they have like a little corner over there with something on it. We can squeeze that in. We for sure could. Okay, good. I think the layout is somewhat all right. It's somewhat good, I would say. We can work with this. We can and we will. And by the way, if you're wondering about the tiny occult build series and why I'm not doing that today, that is because I really wanted to do this build. I felt inspired. And when inspiration hits you, you hit it back. But don't you worry, I am going to continue that, of course. So back to what I was doing. Good. Let's go back to the outside and figure out all the other stuff that we need to figure out. So the wallpaper for the outside. What is it? It has some big old yellow planks, it seems like. It does seem like that, doesn't it? And do we have some yellow planks? I mean, yes, we do. And the planks are going upwards, vertically. Oh, I seem so smart when I say vertically. And it needs to be kind of a yellow tone. So maybe we are just gonna go with that one. It has a little bit of yellow tone, has some planks. Not really exactly the style, but you know, from the selection that we have, it is the best shot. So, or we can go with this one. That is also white wooden planks. Or is that too mean? I feel like that's too mean for the wooden cranny, I almost said. The Nook's Cranny. I mean, we could go with that. I have made my my choice. We're gonna go with that. Then we can also put up some columns just for some dimensions. And it does look like the door on the picture goes in a little bit. But we can't really do that in The Sims because if we push it in a little bit, it's gonna go in a full tile. And that's gonna be way too much. So we have to ignore that. We just have to ignore that. But now for the roof, how is the roof looking? I mean, it's pretty simple. It goes sort of like so. A little bit down maybe. And then put up some blue tin foil. No, tin roof. Ooh, what is the vibe? I mean, that is for certain the color, but the shape is more like this. Ooh, but I think I want the color one. Yeah. All right, yeah. And then there's another teeny tiny roof in the middle that is poking out through the roof, and it has some teeny tiny windows on it and a sign on top of that. Oh, I see. I don't know what I'm saying, but I'm seeing it. I have no idea how I'm going to do the sign, by the way, because that is a peculiar sign. Very peculiar indeed. I'm going to think about that. And while I think about that, I'm going to put up the platform that is around the house, around the cranny. And I think it's just one tile up in the air. Boom. And then all around. And what does it look like from the front? 2 tiles maybe? Maybe. Bop. Oh, in the middle, there is a staircase. That goes 1 in, I see. What if we put up a staircase right there? How is that going to look? Not good. Because our staircase is just going to be a bump. What? I have never. But alright, let's find some flooring for this mess. What do you want to go for? Something like so? It's a little bit orange, isn't it? Not yellow orange. It's like a deep orange, but not too deep either. Okay. I don't know what I'm saying okay to, but I'm saying okay to something. And you know what? Instead of sitting here and saying okay, we're gonna go back to the inside and start noodling with that. And I think our main problem with the inside is the wallpaper. Because if you look at the wallpaper, it's kind of a brick wall, but it's a soft brick wall with some warmer yellow tones, but not too yellow. And can we find that? What about this? No. Nope. No. No. What about this? I think that is too orange. Ah, okay. Oh, this is looking promising, but that might be too white. And that's too dark. Oh, what am I supposed to do? Oh, a little bit too castle-y. Oh, that one. That is kind of the tone that we want. The color. But it doesn't have any bricks. Okay, you know, that looks nice, doesn't it? It doesn't have any bricks. Hey, but you know what? Maybe we can go for that for now and change it up later because that was a nice tone. That's gonna set the mood for this whole store. For this whole granny. Okay, let's move on to the flooring. And for the flooring, we have these tiles up here. That's kind of yellow and has what is that color? Like a mintish green? Blue-ish? Ooh, well, howdy ho. Do we have that? I mean, I think we do. If we go into the linoleum. No, that was the wrong one. What about this one? Kinda that tone, but it isn't. Oh, it isn't that pattern. This is a square pattern and they have a diamond pattern. Well, that's unfair. Do I have to make my own? Maybe I have to make my own. Oh, gee. I am gonna make my own. But what about the other floorings? We have some wooden flooring on the right there. And we also have wooden flooring on the platform. And on the platform, it's very orange. And it's kind of rough and tumble with some nails in them. And I think for that one, we are just gonna go with the working hardwood. Maybe. That's very rough and tumble. Has some nails in it. And the stairs, matching stairs. And the fence, I think we're gonna go with this one. Now their fence, kind of square. And our fence is round. But I like that fence. It matches and it's kind of low too. And we need that low fence. I love the ground fence. Oh, and then for the flooring on the platform. Oh no. The flooring is blue. Kind of looks like wood in a pattern. Oh gee. That's gonna be a hard one. We have these ones. Maybe that could work. I mean, you know what? We're gonna go with that. I'm very happy about that. Can't you see how happy I am? And then, oh, we can maybe, oh yeah. We can make the platform bigger with some trims. Maybe not the stone one though. But what about this? Yeah, that made it so much better. It did. And then there was also a window over here. So I'm just gonna keep it simple and put in one of these windows. It doesn't have a line in the middle, but it kind of has that vibe. Yeah, it has that vibe, people. And then you can't see it on the picture, but there was a hole in here with a staircase and a rope. Oh, and we have a rope fence. That one. Boom. Oh, but we need to put in the staircase. Oh, we can't fit that in. Oh, okay. What about an L shape? Does that work? No, why not? Because of the roof. Okay, well, okay. We're not gonna have a staircase. What if we instead put in this one? Pretend that is a staircase. Yes, we are and we will. Boom. And it was dark in there, so bam. Now it's dark out here, so shamalam. That was perfect by me. Okay, so on the platform, they have some items that they have for sale. And what are we gonna have? I mean, I know that they have some sort of teddy bear, those big teddy bears, so we can have this one to represent that. And then, oh, what about the froggy chair? Yes, the iconic frog chair. And then what else can we have? What else do they sell? I mean, I know that they sell a trash bin because I often get a trash bin and I get so mad, you know, that we are gonna do. And then on that platform, they do have some little signs. So what can we do about that? I mean, I think in base game, they have something, or I think they have something. That one. Yes, okay. So for the regular items, you have one in silver. And then for the very expensive item, that is a teddy bear apparently, you have that one. That matches up with the image. Yes, it does. It does. And then over in this corner, they sell those special seasonal items. And on the picture, they are selling a surfboard. Ooh, and the flooring. It's a wooden blue flooring. It is kind of in a carpet style. I don't think we have that. Hold on. Maybe in the dance floors. Oh, what if they have a blue dance floor? That would have been so good. Do they have a blue wooden dance floor? No. I mean, they have blue dance floors, but they are not wooden. They are whatever this is. Well, that was a disappointment. What about the rugs? We have a tarp. A blue tarp. It's blue, but it's not wood. Oh, gee. Yeah. What about Spa Day? They have wooden floorings, but not in blue. I see how it is. What if we go with the wooden flooring? No, that looks horrible. We're just gonna go with the tarp, and we're gonna pretend. We are gonna pretend that is a wooden flooring. Today, we are gonna pretend. And what are we gonna be selling there? Do we have a surfboard? No, but we have this guy. He's cool. we can have him. Sure, we're gonna have him. I want the original one. Or do I? Or do I want to go with the blue theme? I don't know. Well, that was great. What about this situation over there? It seems like a blue, scraggly old wooden thing. Very low to the ground. Okay. So maybe we can go with the coffee table. Do we have a scraggly old one? Oh, we have this one. Oh, we can use that. That is perfect. Then we can sell some items on that. And what are we going to be selling? What is something that they would sell? Think. Ooh, this one. And then they can also sell little teddy bear. Yes. All my hopes and dreams are on that. And now I have to go to the bathroom. And now for the closet situation. If we just have a little look at it, it is kind of a minty blue green. I can never remember what that color is called, by the way, but it is a minty blue green. It has some sliding doors. It is made out of glass. It has some items in it. Can we find that? That should be my theme song. Anyways, I'm gonna try to find that. Ooh, that color would have been kind of perfect, but it's not the right size or shape at all. What else do we got? Got some of this, some of that. Oh, my hope for this is dwindling. Okay, so this is all I can find. And I think maybe this one is the closest one we shall ever get. It is kind of the same color. It has glass doors. They're not sliding, but none of the others are sliding. So we are gonna go with that one. Boom. Oh, the space in here. The closet should be on the wooden part, but that is gonna take up a lot of space right here. So maybe we just have to do that. I'm not happy about it, but I think we just have to do that. And then for the cash register area, I'm always nervous when I have to say that word because I always say it wrong. Cash or register. That's what I usually say. All right, so what do we got? We have the cash register on that little wooden box that's kind of the same height as the blue one over there. So what if we go like so? No, I don't think we can do that because that's gonna take up so much space and we need to have some barrels and a basket over there. And I think if you just take some counters and then use the M pieces, that's gonna use less space. Oh, and they did. Yes, now we can squeeze in some barrels and stuff. The height is wrong, but that's okay. Let's put in that cash register. That one. Then put in some barrels. How are they looking? Standard. Do we not have a standard all barrel? I don't know. Why am I using so much time on the battles? It's not important at all, actually. But it is kind of important. Everything in a build is important. The squeezing of that is not good. What is on that barrel? On that barrel, there is a little radio. Okay. And I think we have the radio in red. Yes. And then there is a stool with a pattern on it. A blue checkered pattern. Ooh, do we have that? Oh, I wish there was a way to just see the stools. But I guess my hopes are too high for that. What about this one? Blue checkered pattern. Come on. Ooh. I mean, it's a blue pattern, but it's not checkered. I think we're gonna go for that. It is wrong in all the ways, but it's also very right. And what else do we have? We have a plant over there. Gonna squeeze that in. And then we have a basket situation right there. And what type of a basket situation is that? Oh, it's one of those shopping carts. Not a cart, shopping basket. We for sure do not have that. But can we make that? We have this one. That can be the middle part. The metal, not the middle. And then we can put a food basket in there. Also called a picnic basket. If you look very, very far away from here, it looks like a shopping basket. And I'm happy. And what else do we have? We have some shelves. Okay, I'm gonna put up my shelves. Shelf. Oh, and by the way, I also wish for the day when we can search up shelves and actually just get up shelves, because this is not a shelf, or kind of a shelf, but I mean, I only want to see these type of shelves when I type in shelf, because now I'm getting everything. How is this a shelf? Anyways, I'm gonna get up these ones, which might seem odd, but they have a little metal frame on theirs. And this one, I don't know if that is metal, but it kind of looks like it. And it's kind of the same wooden color. It's not the same shape, but we shall look past that. And what do they have on the shelves? They have a lantern and some, what is that called? Succulents in a little tin can. They have a calculator, some paper, and a phone. Some very great items. And I don't think we have any of them. Let's see, lantern in red. That can be this one. Plop that on there. And then the succulents in the tin box. I feel like we maybe have this one. That's not a succulent. What if we make our own? What if we plop in this one? That could be the metal box. And then place in those plants that I love so much. These are actually horrible because when you build and you do some shenanigans like taking down some walls or putting up some new wallpaper, these plants will just disappear every time. Not the pot, but the plant will disappear. So, you know, okay, we got some succulents, got a pot. They don't have that in gray, but we can get it in white. Okay, good. And then for the calculator, we do not have a calculator, but we have a phone. Not the same phone as their phone, but we have a phone. You're going up on the shelf. And then, what about instead of a calculator, you can get a magazine? Hope you're happy about that. I am very happy about that. Why wouldn't you be happy about that? And then, by the way, on the cash register area, they have, what is that? A blue rectangular plate. Or I guess to like put money in. And then they have something by the cash register that I don't know what it is. So you can get this, that mysterious item. Another blue plate, the rectangular one. What can we, you can get this one. Ta-ta! That is the same item, isn't it? Well, it is. Whoa! And then, oh, there's some stuff on. Oh, there's some stuff on the closet. It is a little wooden box and that plant. But just to keep on with the theme, since we've already put in our beautiful surfboard over there, that means it's summer. And as you can see, when it's summer, they have that lifeguard ring. And that is something that we have. So I'm going to be putting that up. That one isn't that cute. Doesn't really fit up there, but it's cute. And then for the wooden box, it's a crate. I don't think that we have that because I know that I've searched for it before and I was left disappointed. I can remember that feeling. So what about instead for now? We just put up this one. You know, it's a wooden box. You can just pop off the lid and you will get an open box. You know? Oh, gee, that is very high up there. There we go. Oh, some stuff is floating. Okay, you know what? I will fix the floating stuff in the end. Or otherwise, I'm going to sit here for hours doing details that nobody will see. And I'm going to get sad. Beautiful. Oh, okay. And then, before I forget, by the closet, I know that I'm calling it a closet and it's not a closet, but that's all my brain can think about. But by the closet, they have a red old rug with a black old frame. Can we find that? I mean, surely not. We have this one. Kind of that vibe. It has a frame. That is the big old rug. I know that they have a smaller rug. Hold on. Life and death. What is the other rug? It's the same exact rug. Look, they have two rugs with the same exact swatches. Why didn't that show up? I am confused. But that can be somewhere around there. And then above, above the closet, there is two pictures and a clock. And let's put in the clock first. We can put in this one. Sure. And then for those old-timey kind of Western pictures, maybe Strangeville has something like that. Come on. Nope. What about this one? Oh, it has Route 68, but not exactly what I was looking for. But what about Horse Ranch? No. And no. What? I've been looking for a while and I can't for the life of me find anything similar at all. So we're just gonna go with this one. And maybe just that one. It is sorta the same vibe, so that's okay. Why can't I grab that? Come on! I can't grab it. There we go. Unbelievable. And what more do we have? We have some string lights all around the wall. Some shell string lights. Oh, I'm excited about that. And for the shell string lights, we of course do not have any shell string lights. That would have been too perfect. But we did have these sandals that I kind of wanted to use. But they do have this black string, which kind of ruins the mood. So I think we're just going to go with the stars because they are cute. We can just mix and match them up all around town. Just gallivanting all through the night. They also go to here. I see. I have seen a lot of things today. What? Okay. It's time for another snap soon. And I think that is all the things in here. Oh, the calendar that was on this wall. Get this one. Yeah. Beauty. True beauty. Oh, and then we have this room in there. I don't know what we're going to have in that room. Something for sure. Maybe we should instead try and work on the outside. We haven't done that in a while. I think it's time to work on the outside. And for the outside, we are going to try to work on that sign. And we need a top, we need a base, we need something to write on there. Did that make any sense? I don't know. Okay, we have this one, that one, that has some red in it, but we need a base. What about, oh, that could maybe work. You place that on top of there. Sorta. I'm gonna move it around a little bit later on with tool mod, but we just need the outline of it. And I think in here we have a topper. No, yeah, like this one. We put that on top. That could maybe be a vibe. We also have this one. That could also maybe work. Or, I'm conflicted because this this one would work with the outline because it has a red outline, but I think it's going to be a little bit too tall. So maybe that one could be good. What if we plop on the sign? Where did it go? Oh, I gotta use my tool mod. Right, I'm gonna move it out. Stack it up some more. It could be good, that one. We just need something in the middle right there. Something red. And it doesn't have to make a lot of sense. It just has to be red. What about this circle? I just maneuvered it around. We are losing it. Where are thou? I can see it. Good. It is there for now. But before I begin with the finer details, could that work? I think maybe the length of that is good and it's red. That one, I mean, that one is a wild card, but I can't find anything better. So okay, I'm gonna fine-tune it and I will see you when I've done that. And I have fine-tuned it. It's looking like this right now. It's not perfect, but it is a vibe. And vibes are all we have right now. Do not look at the back. Never ever look at the back. But it's getting on there. And then if you see on the picture, there is also some lights up there. Some spotlights that we do not have. I know because I've looked for them. So instead, I put up these ones. Why not you knew? Just sort of like so. Hey ho. And then above the door on the picture, there are some rectangular banners. Do we have some rectangular banners? Triangle, not rectangular, triangles. It's been a long day. We do have these ones. That's not really the vibe or the color theme. What about this one? Oh, that one is kind of cute though. I like that. I'm gonna keep that for now. Maybe I will change it up, but who knows? And then there's also a light over there, so we can just plop in this one. And then for on the platform itself, there is a little wooden box that you can plop items in. And then there is a watering can with some flowers in it, a little board, and then in the back there is a bucket, a cleaning bucket. So what are we gonna use for the wooden box? Maybe we can just use this one. Kind of looks like it. Kinda. And then for the flowering can, I do think that we have something like that. I've seen it around town. That one. Boom shamalam. Do they have that in green? No, but they have that in blue. Okay. Dreams crushed over and over and over again. What about the boards? We do have lots of boards, but not one that looks like that, sadly. But that has sort of the style. If you look very, very far away, it kind of looks like it. It has the same colors. Good. Then we need a bucket. A sweet old bucket. That one. The cleaning bucket. Place it right there. Beautiful, magical. And then for the landscaping around this house. Now, the landscaping around the Nook Cranny is totally up to the player. It is not set in stone, it's up for the player. So what are we gonna do? We need something. It can't just be a house and nothing else, because that would have been boring, and I do love my planting. So whoa, what are we gonna do? Maybe we can do just a very generic one that a lot of players do. So we could put up some bushes, and if you see right here, the bushes are always these round little dots, some flowers on it, just round old good old things. So we gotta find some round old cute old bushes. Maybe we have these ones. We could perhaps use those. And what color do we want them in? Maybe yellow and red, since we have a yellow-red house. Or it's blue too, but that is not the correct blue color. We're gonna go with that for the bushes, and I'm maybe gonna size them up a little bit to 1.4. Okay, and then elevate them into the ground just a teensy bit to perfect the roundness. Yes, that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna copy them over to here and maybe put in some dirt, because you can do that in Animal Crossing. Yes, you can, and I did it. And then what also a lot of people do is put in some pathways. And one of the pathways that I've seen a lot, and that I also did a good time before I made my own. I made my own pathway. I had a lot of spare time back in 2020, okay? I decide my own pathways. But what a lot of people have is this pathway right here, the brick one. I don't know if people have that anymore, but back in 2020, a lot of people had that. So I want that. And maybe we can maybe go for this one. Doesn't really look like it, but it has the vibe. And where do we want this one to go? Maybe to up here to something? Yeah, okay, cool. Oh, and then we need to put in the trees. We are gonna put in some apple trees. Oh no. And why I'm saying oh no is because the Animal Crossing trees, they look like this. 3 round balls. And they are kind of small, and they have a thick stump. How on earth are we gonna do that? Because this is not looking great. Oh, and that is a very skinny stump. No, we need a small old tree. Maybe I need to make my own. I think I have to make my own. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. So for our base, we're gonna use a normal tree that you can plant yourself in live mode, because that is a lot better for this, since it's small, and when you zoom in, the tree doesn't disappear. So that can't be placed. Oh no, I might be in a pickle. But okay, that is good. That stayed here. That is our base. And then we are gonna plop on some bulbous bushes on our good old tree. Just sort of place them. Sort of like that. And one on top, we shall get something like so. Kind of neat and nice, isn't it? And then we just need to put in our apples. And I think we're just gonna go like this. Size it up a bunch of times and plop them on there on our good old tree. Oh my gosh, this is wonderful. Actually wonderful. Ba-bam, ba-bam. We got a very Animal Crossing tree. I mean, I wished at the stump, which is one solid stump, but I don't know how to do that without messing everything up. But if I go like so, no. You just have to be like that. But that is wonderful, isn't it? And then now I'm gonna take this tree, copy it, and then paste it 2 more times here, and also 3 more times over here. And they're all gonna be in an alignment on the same row, because that's what you do in Animal Crossing. It's all in one alignment row. Yes. It's in one alignment row. I mean, that looks ridiculous, but that is how it is. They're all in one row. Oh, wonderful. Okay, what else can we do? I mean, in Animal Crossing, you do also use a lot of those elevations. I can't remember exactly what it's called. Those dirt elevations that a lot of people have around town. So maybe we can try and make that somehow. But we have a little bit of space back here. We have some pathways leading to something. So maybe that is leading to the terraforming. And I don't think I'm going to use the normal terraforming. No, I am not going to do that. Because if we do that, it's not going to be a straight line. It's going to be a little bit gradual. And in Animal Crossing, there is no gradual. It just goes straight up. So instead, we are going to put up some platforms, raise it up to high heavens. And then we need to make this part look like dirt. So you need to put up some half walls around that. And that can look like dirt. Like so. Yes. And then on top of that, we can have some grass. Some good old grass. Whoa. I think that will be good. All right. Where do we want this? Maybe we can start from there. And then just have a staircase that leads to that. And we can have this sort of staircase because it kinda, but not really look like this staircase right there. It does kinda, but not really. So we are gonna have that staircase right there. And then maybe the platform can go around here. And this is perfect because we can only have one tile. And sometimes we will see a one tile terraforming. Oh, perfect. And okie dokie dude, the terraforming is up, aka the platforms, the staircase on this side, and all the way around to this side. And I have some problems with the half wall trims because they have a green one, but it's not green. It's like a bluish green. So I don't know what color to choose because every single color is bad. But I think what we can do is maybe try and hide it up a little bit with these ones. And also perhaps these grass patches from Enchanted. No, what was it called again? I was gonna say Enchanted Awaits. Enchanted by Nature. And yes, these are in the rock section, by the way. I don't know why, but it is. Maybe we can do that and use these ones to hide up a little bit because if you look at terraforming again, there is just dirt and straight to grass. There is nothing else. And we gotta mimic that the best that we can. So maybe we can get away with that. I don't know, but maybe. I'm gonna try my best though. And I will see you when I've done that because that's gonna be awfully boring to watch me do one at a time, you know? And there you go. My patches are sort of up. They are glitching into each other a little bit, but I shall fix that. I shall fix it all with tool mod. And boom, the glitching is almost gone. Yes. I mean, you can see some of it, but I don't want to do that anymore. It was so boring. Oh, and I also put up a tree up there. One of the spruce trees or whatever it was called. And I only put up one because I couldn't find a tree that perfectly fit the vibe. And I can't make that tree myself. That's going to be a lot of work. And I don't even think I can do that. So just put up one. And that is my beautiful landscaping. I said that I was going to do a very generic one, and I did. It's very generic. And I also remembered that we're going to do other houses as well in Animal Crossing. So I'm going to leave this space open because I'm going to move this house to a bigger lot, and then we will connect them up with other houses. Yeah. So, and oh, I'm not done with the inside yet. Okay, back to the inside. Outside is done. We're now on the inside. And for the inside, by the way, I put up a phone case and some keys on that shelf. And where did my calendar go? Oh my gosh, I got to put that in. It disappeared. But I put in that phone when I did the grass situation because I was kind of bored and I did that. And I don't know why I'm telling you this. It's not very important information to know, but I apparently am. Okay, we are going to work on this room. And I think this room is going to be, I almost said Jenny and Jamantha. What are they called again? The little munchkins. Timmy and Tommy? They are called Timmy and Tommy. Well, how about that? Timmy and Tommy. This is going to be a storage room / Timmy and Tommy's bedroom. Because obviously this is where they live. I haven't seen that house on the island, you know? This is where they live. So what are we going to do for that? I mean, they definitely are going to have a bunk bed situation. So we can maybe plop in this one and then put in, the camp bed underneath that for some reason. That's kind of cute. And then in this room, we can also have a lamp of some sort and then some crates, the extra storage. We can have some apples. Are those apples or oranges? You may never know. I mean, they're oranges or some very weird looking apples. But anyways, we're going to have that in here. And then also on the wall here, we can have one of the timetables so I can keep on track with everything they needed to do. Tom Nook is working them to the very ground. And then some postcards. That would be cute. Just on the wall right here. And by the way, on the gallery, if you ever see me using the My First Pet stuff in a build, it is just for the postcards because they are kind of cute. Oh, we can have some cereal. That is the kitchen. Yes. And they don't have a bathroom because they pee outside. That's okay. They are raccoons after all. And then maybe a rug to spice this place up. And what rug are we going to use? Exciting times. What about this one? Cute. That we're going to use. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Oh, and I also put up a window right there with the curtain. I know that the window was right there, but that's going to be kind of weird. And also if you see on this picture on the inside, there is no window there, but it is a window on the outside. So I just put the window there. Bam, bam, bam. Is there anything else that we need to do? Oh, the windows, the stuff inside of the windows. I mean, we can't really put up a room behind the window, but we can put some stuff in the windows. That we can do. So what about these ones? Just plop them on there maybe. Oh, and then maybe we can have this one on there. Kind of cute. And then, oh, maybe we can have those succulents, those hanging plants. These ones, the pots. We can have this one, maybe that one, and another one, maybe. How does that look from the outside? Kind of cute, kind of cute. We can also put up some banners. These cute old ones right there. How does that look from the outside? That looks cute. That looks like we have some stuff in the windows up for sale, you know? Oh, I'm loving that. That is so cute. And I think with that, we are actually done with this build. And you know what that means? It is time for the house tour, people. That is what that means. And this is indeed the house tour of the next Cranny. We got the outside with all of our beautiful flowers, bushes, I mean. And I did want to put up some flowers, but I couldn't find any flowers that matched the ones in Animal Crossing. But I put up one and then I gave up. And then back here, we have our beautiful terraforming that goes all the way around the house. Don't look too closely at it. No, no, no. And then we have the other side popping along here with our good old round old bushes. And this stuff over there. And some more stuff over there. And also a gigantic bucket. Oh my gosh, I need to size that down. That is gigantic. But okay. We also have a sign. It's beautiful. Let's walk inside. And we shall find a hole in the roof. Oh my gosh, I gotta fix that. But what if we have no ceiling at all? What if there are no ceiling, people? How about that? Okay, hold on. I mean, no, that made it worse. Actually, that made it so much worse. Me and my ideas, they never work. But on the inside for the next Cranny, we have our Santa over here. And then we have all the stuff that you can buy, like the trash bin, the frog jet, and the teddy bear. I did not like that shader. The shader is off. But then we got this area over here with the closet and everything. That is not a closet, but I'm calling it a closet. And my calendar is gone again. My gosh. Well, here's the cash register with everything on the wall and the here too, and the battles. And in the back here, it's Timmy and Tommy's room. Isn't that adorable? With the rug. And wow, nobody could have asked for more. And I don't know what to do about the ceiling. I never know what to do with the ceiling because everything I do with the ceiling looks wrong. It looks bad. The house is finito. You want to see a comparison picture? Here is the comparison. Let me get the angle right. I can't. Beautiful. Then also the comparison for the inside. How am I going to do that? Sort of like so? No. Sort of like that. Happy about that. I am proud of myself today. And that was the house tour. And now it's time for the outro. And this is indeed the outro. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. If you want to download this build, you can. It is up on my gallery. And my gallery ID is JustNoraGaming. Wham! And if you want to see more of me, you also can. I have my second channel where I do stuff. And also I have my Twitch channel where I also do stuff. And yeah. Don't forget to like, subscribe because it really does help me out. So thank you. But only if you want to. Only if you want to. And I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.